So it's the early part of November and the clocks have only just gone back, and it's around about this time that I like to start my grey squirrel control in the winter. Now the temperatures started to drop a little bit, there's less natural food around, and the peanut feeders that squirrels are quite happy to ignore only a few weeks ago are starting to get lots of activity now. Now the permission I'm on provides bulbs and plants and seeds for the garden industry. There's a couple of large warehouses on the other side, and later in the year when they're full of stock, the squirrels cause an awful lot of damage by getting in there, destroying the boxes and the packaging, and obviously eating the stock as well. So I like to try and get in before then and try and thin out the squirrel numbers as best I can. Now I've set up a feeder in the woods. It's a little bit of a walk away, and I had a trail camera up there for the last couple of weeks or so, and the footage from that and the level that the feeder's been going down tells me that the squirrels are well and truly on it. So with a bit of luck we'll get one or two. So I set the feeder up only about 20 meters away from the hide, so it's quite close. So rather than causing any more disturbance when I get there, just to tell you what gear I'm using today, the rifle is a Daystate Wolverine R, it's the C type. It's a 2.2 caliber 12-foot-pound rifle. Side lever action, humour regulated, and nice and accurate as well. It's got 11-shot magazine in it too. The scope is an MTC copperhead, and that's held on with a set of sports match scope mounts. So the estate manager's son has set up a little campground here, and I've requisitioned the picnic table, which is comfortable at the moment, but I'm sure it's going to not be that way after a few hours. And the feeder is only about 20 meters away on an old oak tree, so all I need now is a couple of squirrels to turn up. Well, having caused a bit of disturbance getting in and everything, I thought I'd have a few minutes grace. I'm still fanning around setting up GoPros and what have you, and I happened to look up and saw a squirrel on the feeder stuffing his little face on peanuts, and I managed to switch on the long camera just in time to get the shot, but I didn't get it on the GoPro, so hopefully it's come out clearly. You're not going to believe this, but second attempt at putting the GoPro on, looked up again and there's another squirrel on the feeder. Literally 2 minutes after the first one. Again, didn't have the scope cam set up. Hopefully managed to catch it on the long camera. And yeah, it's two down. I've only been here 5 minutes, and it's not always this easy, I promise you. Well, that's a third one off the feeder. It had like a dark mark over its nose. It looked like a Freddie Mercury moustache. And I was so preoccupied checking that the one on the floor was dead that I failed to spot that there's a second squirrel halfway up the tree, and there's a pigeon behind it as well, believe it or not. And obviously didn't see them to take the shot. They're both cleared off now, but hopefully one of them will be back again. Well, I saw that one at the base of the feeder, and he was foraging around on the floor for something to eat, and I tracked him for quite a while through lots of twigs and branches, and eventually he put his head up enough for me to get a shot, sort of the back of his head, sort of 3/4 in the back of his head. I'm fairly certain that I knocked him down straight away, but because of all the foliage there I can't be sure. And dead squirrels, headshot squirrels, do thrash around quite a little bit, but I'm going to go over there and just make sure that he's properly dead. There are two on the base of the tree there, and I see that quite often here actually. They often come in 2s and 3s. One of them made his way up the tree, but the other one stayed at the bottom, turned around and looked straight at me. I don't know whether he heard me or something, but all he did was just give me a really nice clean shot straight onto him. And that's, I think, 5 in the bag now. Well, that one was on the bottom of the tree again, and he was hunting around for a peanut, and I couldn't get a shot on the floor because he was behind a branch, but he made his way up towards the feeder, and whether he heard me or smelt me or something, but he seemed to freeze halfway up, nice and side on the side of the tree, and I was able to drop him nice and cleanly. I think I'm going to make that the last one. This seat is getting really uncomfortable now. I'm sure if I hung around for a little bit longer I'd probably get a few more, but I think I'm going to call it a day, go and pick up those 6 squirrels on the floor and take them off to my local bird of prey centre.
If you aren't a member of Basque, it's time to join now. Basque, looking after your sport, looking after you.